Welcome, everyone, to episode 44 of Everything Entertainment with Gooch and Trio. Of course, I'm Trio.
I'm Gooch. Hi, Trio. What's your name?
I think I'm Chris Trio, but I could be wrong. How's your week been?
Pretty good.
Yeah, we got a pretty slow week this week. Not a big docket to cover. What have you been playing? Anything crazy? Anything fun?
Besides Jack the Ripper, which we're going to talk about today, finished that up. Finished up Dragon Age achievements. Got all them done. I've been playing a little Battlefront.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing a lot of, too.
Some
Battlefront.
Guild Wars 2, you know, the usual.
I hear you. I've been Battlefronting it up.
Nothing new.
Witcher, same to me. I got to finish that off before.
Yeah, I actually finished Blood and Wine.
Yeah. We'll do our little
but I'm
talk
not done
through,
everything. But yeah.
But anyways,
Starting out with some
unfortunate news.
Not even, you know what? Like, I kind of just want to, put my head down on the table to this one. So the Arkham Collection has been indefinitely delayed with no new release date. It was supposed to come out July 26th, which honestly is a great time to release a collection of any sort.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it later. One thing with BioShock, they just announced their collection. It's coming out in September when everything else is coming out. I'm not going to get a remaster.
No, I'm not.
I've already played all three of those games.
That's going to be like a Christmas gift, if anything, at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll get to that. This whole Arkham stuff, I mean, you can see it as like, oh my gosh, this is terrible.
It's like, of course,
who cares? Well, first off, I
think
it's like, I don't even think it's that. I think it's just, first off, they saw.
Did they release it? No, they released it a week after E3, right?
Look what happened with the Arkham Knight shit with PC and everything. I think they saw that. They're just like, dude, let's not put out this half-finished product if we think people are bugging about how Origins isn't in it, which is rightfully so, honestly. Like, I think it should.
Agreed. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
If they're pulling this out to make sure the graphics are up to snuff, because they are redoing it all in Unreal 4, which apparently I heard it doesn't even look as good as it used to in the old engine. Which I don't even get how that's possible. But take your time, do what you need to do. I don't need this thing in my hands right away. I am going to get it and replay Arkham Asylum and City easily when it comes out. And even if they do re-release it with Origins in it this time, fuck yeah. But hey, I mean, it's just a remaster. It's not that big a deal.
I'm not gonna. All in all, you are right. It is just a remaster. I mean, not that it's not a big deal, but and
it's not even being handled by Rocksteady, by the way.
Yeah, it's weird that this game yet again is falling into this weird place, right? You don't think it's a little strange that Arkham Knight's PC port was abysmal, and now they're delaying. They didn't release their collector's edition, and now they're having issues with.
Well, the collector's edition wasn't even with the game. That was just the faulty.
Yeah, but
stuff on that. No, I get that.
Still.
But I don't think this is really that big of a deal. One, considering because this isn't Rocksteady that's making this. This is I forget, Deep Silver or something.
Virtuos Games.
Virtuos. They're the ones doing the remaster, so this is all in their hands. Rocksteady's hard at work right now, and who knows what, along with Arkham VR. I just don't think this is really bothersome to me at all. I didn't even realize.
I just kind of shake my head at it.
It was funny because I feel like Batman, the Arkham games, was kind of one of those.
It's I saw that and I'm a fucking course.
It got it almost got this big head out of nowhere. After City was
after
great,
City, yeah.
And honestly, City was awesome. And I don't even Arkham Knight isn't that bad of it. People shit on it for sometimes, and I really don't think it's that bad. Yeah, the if they dumbed down the car combat a little bit, didn't have it as much of a crucial part of the game, I think it would have gone miles to help that game. But I think they did a solid job with Arkham Knight. I'm not worried about this. This isn't even Rocksteady. I just don't really care. I didn't even realize this was supposed to come out next month. Honestly.
Me either.
I had no idea.
I wasn't going to get it.
I wasn't probably going to get it right away. I was probably going to end up getting it at some point.
Yeah.
But
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I just didn't even realize it. And they were like, oh, it's delayed indefinitely. I was like, oh, shit. And I thought it was months out. But then they were like, oh, no, it's supposed to come out July. I was like, oh. Okay.
See, Infinite, whoever's doing the remaster for BioShock could have been oh, it's coming out in August.
And everyone would have been like, okay. I would have bought it. I would have bought it. I would have had that in my hand.
September's a terrible release
Dude,
date.
it's everything's coming out. I mean, we might as well get to it. BioShock obviously announced that they are coming out with a collection after a long leaks.
Surprisingly, 2 is in it, which honestly I didn't expect because 2 is not that good of a game.
I know, but
compared to 1 in Infinite.
Was it still made by the same team that did 1 now?
2K Marin.
I heard like it gets a lot more shit than than it really deserves. Like I'm still gonna play it since it's in the collection.
Oh yeah,
and like all that
absolutely,
stuff.
and it comes with all the DLC. Minerva's.
Like, I heard that's pretty good. Minerva's Den.
Minerva's Den. The only reason it's really good is because it's one of the first DLCs to ever do like a story based DLC that well.
Okay.
You've never played Minerva's Den?
Is that BioShock 1
2
DLC? No, I never played.
Yeah.
I never played BioShock
it's
2.
cool.
I started at the beginning
The
of
guy
BioShock
who
2.
wrote it, what's he doing? I want to say he's at Naughty Dog now. Maybe. Don't quote me. Maybe he did Last of Us. I'm not sure. But the guy who did that is like a big name. Don't remember it off the top of my head. But yeah, so we got 1, which has no DLC.
Yeah, 0.
2 in its DLC, and then Infinite in its DLC.
And that's cool, because I'd never finished Under the Sea for Infinite.
Really?
Yeah. So,
did you know what happens?
No, I never...
Dude, fuck
I think
you.
you've told me this, honestly. You probably have told me
I think we have. Are you serious?
No,
You never finished it?
You told me that
I
there
feel
was some
so
big twist,
bad.
but I don't remember
I feel so bad for you.
Oh, I'll play it when it comes out.
I feel
Don't worry.
so bad. Dude, you missed out.
I'll sleep at night. Don't worry about it. I'm not missing out, because I'll be able to play it in the coming months.
Okay.
Anyways.
All right, moving on.
What is
Something
this?
I don't even give a shit about, but I put it in there just because I think it's somewhat notable. The Minecraft movie has a release date. So,
Minecraft movie?
Yeah, right?
So is it going to be all in like that type of style of Minecraft?
I
like
would
the block?
assume so. I mean, so like the release date is May 24th, 2019. Okay. Like I don't really care at all. I don't give a shit. But like I think it's really interesting that this is even happening. In a way I'm not. In a way I'm like, oh, no fucking surprise. Minecraft's a huge phenomenon at this point.
And like they can make money off it any way they want.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like interesting. Like, you know, Telltale made a Minecraft game. What the hell are they gonna do with a Minecraft movie? Like, what could they possibly do?
They'll think of
I think
something. I mean,
it's
dude, look at Angry Birds.
True.
They made that new movie.
True. Very true, actually.
Like, and that's like, what the fuck? Like, you shoot birds and pigs, like in wooden
You
houses.
shoot birds and pigs.
Like, what do I even do with this? Anyways,
Yeah,
moving
like
on to
just interesting overall.
it definitely was. Yeah,
Like,
would not have saw that coming. I didn't even realize until I saw it in the doc right now that it was even happening.
yeah,
It's kind of weird. Honestly.
So on the PlayStation side of things, Sony is dropping their Ustream support.
So what does that mean?
So you know how like Xbox has the Twitch app.
Yeah.
I don't think Sony has a Twitch app, do they?
I thought they did. I could
I
have sworn
could
I've
be
seen
wrong.
it on.
I could be wrong.
I thought they did, but I
But
could
I
be
don't
wrong
think
too. Honestly.
PS4 has it because Ustream is, I guess, is their how you were streaming. So like you could stream through the PS4 with this. That's how you streamed. I'm pretty sure. So after August 1st, PS4 owners will now have the option to broadcast via Ustream. Users will not have the option to watch broadcasts or broadcast. I thought that was pretty interesting that they would discontinue a service.
But that they would discontinue that makes me think that Twitch is on there, like, because like why would you need it?
I'm trying. I don't know. You would have to tell me.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't watch much. I watch all my Twitch shit on my Xbox, so I just don't know. I've never really looked into it.
the superior console.
It's just I have the app downloaded on there.
It's just you just don't get a gooch.
Fuck you. Moving on.
All right, let's talk about it. It's been out for a while. Jack the Ripper DLC for AC Syndicate.
First off, very solid stuff.
Let me start out by saying the concept and the idea of it was better than Syndicate's story, in my opinion. I thought I was way more interested in what was going on in this than Syndicate. Because, like, in Syndicate, literally, the story is, like, you're going after a Templar, and that's the gist of it. That's it. There is no, like, other thing going on.
I mean, that's basically what every other Assassin's Creed movie was. Game was, though.
In a way, 2 had its things. Like, you know, Rodrigo Borgia was not obviously the leader of the Templars until like the end of the game when he becomes Pope, and then you find out he's trying to figure out who the Prophet is, and like there's this, you know, the Piece of Eden stuff.
Yeah, I will agree with you. There's definitely more thought, and that's
There's
also,
more-
but that's
there's
also,
more meat to the
but that's
story.
also in part to having the present day story with it. You can't have one without the other here, and I hate when people say that like the present day story was just stupid and pulled you out of it. I thought it was extremely interesting stuff.
Oh yeah,
And-
fuck them.
And honestly, if this is what apparently people wanted, this just all passed. And if that's what people want, this is what you're going to get. This just, you're going after Templar. because what else can you do?
No, you're right.
Like,
you're right.
it's
You're exactly
just,
right.
You can't add any more layers to the story because you're just back in that time. And I think with that present day stuff, it really adds another layer to the storytelling that's cool.
Absolutely,
and you just can't get it
for sure
without it.
You're right. So Jack the Ripper DLC is about, the titular Jack the Ripper, killer from the late 1800s in London, who was like infamous for these like insane murders,
mutilations and killings of women,
and never got caught for it. No, they never figured out who Jack the Ripper
no.
was. So they kind of play on that, and Jack is an assassin.
Trained assassin who was trained by Evie and Jacob.
No, just Jacob.
Well, yeah. In part, mostly by Jacob, but in part, Evie was there for a little bit of it.
Yeah,
and
she knew who he was, but Jacob was the one who was like the
mentor,
the head of the assassins,
London assassins.
And because like Evie moves to India with
what's
Henry
his name?
Green.
Yeah, Henry. Yeah. And her costume, her whole outfit looks really cool. I gotta say,
it's a lot different.
It's very Indian inspired. Like you can see the silk and like the velvet almost on her jacket.
Yeah. Overall, the gameplay and the gist of the DLC and the way it's structured is the same as Syndicate. So you're getting the
you
same
have those
stuff.
like boroughs and like the
you
the
have like your little
missions within the boroughs.
Yeah, exactly. It's only Whitechapel and
Center London or City of London, I think is the actual
yeah.
Like basically Center London, and it's cool. It's all like late 1800s Victorian era.
The same stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell it's a little bit further in the future, which I like.
It's starting to get a little like Industrial Revolution looking, where it's like musky and people are poor and dirty.
Yeah, and you see like the beggars on the street. It's very.
It's a little it has a little more darker vibe than it did in regular Syndicate.
And they introduced these new fear mechanics, which are pretty cool, I gotta say. So you have your fear bombs,
yes,
which basically they cause people to disperse if you get them to a point. You have
they
spikes,
get scared and they run away.
Yeah, you have spikes. Basically, you play as Jack. Also, we should say for like
a
mission or two,
three missions, four missions. Yeah,
and basically, you use his like scare tactics just to like fuck with people, and it's cool stuff.
In a way, it's a cool. I think it's cool because they give you a way to non-lethally kill people. Or like,
and she's very non-lethal. I mean, I should say throughout this entire
thing,
DLC.
Yeah.
Like you
her
rarely
assassinations are
all non-lethal. Yeah, you have to like stab them on the ground,
which is weird.
Because I mean, it does make sense in a way. Like when you're going up against policemen and stuff like that. Like obviously you wouldn't want to kill them, but like when she gets the gangs, I'm like, why don't you just stab them? Who cares? It's Jack the Ripper's people.
I thought it was interesting that the entirety of the Rooks was taken over by Jack, which I didn't think made sense at all. I'm like, why would the entirety of the assassins go with Jack and like leave Jacob?
Was that supposed to be the thing?
The Rooks are the assassins, yeah. That's the...
No, I thought it was the other ones. I thought it was another gang that he had.
No, the Rooks are the... Yeah.
Alright. The Rooks.
I thought it was really interesting how they played upon, Jack the Ripper in general.
I also really enjoyed the assassination missions they had in it.
Yeah, they were a lot different.
Like there was this one where
I didn't give a shit who I was assassinating.
No, but like it was just fun. Yeah, like there was one where you're in this mansion, this gigantic mansion, and there's just this grounds. Like basically it's the entire mansion's grounds, and it's just a really cool assassination mission, I think.
Yeah, it was
they had like 2 or 3, I think.
Yeah.
Within the thing.
Let's talk about the ending. The ending, honestly, it kind of like put a sour taste in my mouth.
Really? Why?
I wanted Jack to be... I don't know what...
See, I don't know why you were thinking that.
I wanted them to unmask him.
Like,
and
why?
I was like... I thought Jack the Ripper was Jacob. Just because of the way he dressed. And like the way he like...
But that's what all men like that dress. Like that.
I know, but like he wore that same like very similar type of outfit.
I mean, I feel like everyone's kind of wearing that around that time. Yeah, I get what you're saying with the trench coat and everything, but...
And the top hat, yeah, because, like, that would be one of the hats through the customization. But, like, so, like, Evie ends up killing Jack and freeing Jacob. You think, like, Jacob is either dead or he's gone missing the entire time. The police are starting to, like, question the assassins.
Like, basically,
for the first time, I think, like, besides Rogue, because Rogue is about an assassin who goes rogue, and, like... An assassin is taking down the Brotherhood like by himself.
And the way he's talking about it, he's basically all the girls he's killing are apparently assassins. That's what they frame it up to be.
Yeah.
And basically he's killing anyone who doesn't join his like crazy ass creed, basically.
Yeah.
And I think they overall did a really cool job of weaving him into like the assassin's lore, and like basically at the end he's setting up the whole Assassin's Order. He's basically outing it to everyone, and the police chief's like, I can't protect you for long. Like he's leaving traces everywhere about you guys and your order. It's all pointing to you. And then they eventually catch him, and he's like, they were like, no one can know he was an assassin. Like no one can even know like what he has done. And I liked it a lot. I thought it was very satisfying.
I was looking for more closure. I guess it kind of ended, and it was just like, yeah, that's all. That's it. I'm like, okay. I don't know.
Overall, I thought it was very good.
It was all right, but like, here's the thing. I thought about this. This was a $15 DLC. I got it for 8 or 9. And then I looked down and I said, Blood and Wine is $15. Look at the difference in DLC.
You can't do that though.
In a way, I am though.
No, but you can't because they're totally different games.
No,
honestly.
I know they are, but like,
And
look at the content.
Oh, I agree with that, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
still think Witcher has a lot of filler content in a lot of ways.
Oh, it does.
Like
but
a
the story.
ton of filler content, and I like it. And you do like to hang your hats on all their quests having these.
Oh, their quests are so good.
I think there
can't
are,
wait
but
to
there
talk
are a
about
ton
Blood
where
and Wine.
they're very just. You're gonna go here, then here, then there, then here, then there, and then
Yeah,
that's
but
it. And I
that may be true.
and I don't
But
think they're that
the story around them
sustainated.
is interesting enough to make me not feel like I'm doing that.
See, I feel the opposite. That's why I haven't been playing Witcher. Like even a lot of these new quests in Blood and Wine, we'll get into when we actually talk to you. I feel like there are a lot of just running around, getting here, getting there. But I'm still not saying Witcher's obviously a fucking amazing game, and I love it, and I invested time
I can't
again
wait
into
to
it.
talk about Blood and Wine.
And I like it. I just think it's very unfair to try and compare, like how much
Oh,
Witcher's content
yeah, you're
is
right.
to
You're right.
Assassin's
You know,
Creed.
I would call myself out. You know, yeah, like I understand what you're saying.
It's very separate entities.
One
It's a
thing
different
though,
beast.
yeah. So like going back to the fear mechanic, in a way, I'll give you a negative about it. You can literally go through that entire game doing that and like never fucking fight
Anyone? Yeah.
I'm like, dude, it is OP. You look
I
at
agree.
it and I'm like, you are literally just like avoiding fights left and right. Like it's so easy to just make them all scared.
And
which has its downside. So if that was in the base game, I'd be like, this
is
kinda
too easy.
stupid.
Yeah. And that's why it does make sense that they only put it in the DLC. And I do agree with that, where you could clear out like a whole room.
In,
And
like,
that's really
3
basically,
seconds, yeah.
and that's basically honestly down to your own prerogative on the game. If you want to go in and you want to just spread.
Did you ever
everyone
try to fist fight a bunch of people? It's really hard.
It is because they're all level 11s, like with
Yeah.
you. So yeah, even like the brothel takeovers where you have to fight everyone
I'm just
are
like,
pretty
fuck
tough.
this. I'm like, I'm just gonna scare them all. Like, no point in fighting. But you know, it was all right. I think it's worth getting on sale. Don't get it at full price. I didn't get the pass. You know, this is the only DLC I got because I didn't want any other costumes.
The pass was only like $10 on PSN.
Yeah.
So I just got the
Yeah,
pass.
the pass
for everything.
wasn't on sale on
Yeah.
Xbox.
But yeah, overall I thought it was good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You know,
Moving on.
Preacher renewed for season 2.
Also gets a longer season this time around. I think 14 episodes instead of 12.
What are we-
or 10 episodes instead of
Are
12.
we 10 this season?
I think so.
Okay, because like this is the 6th, I think, this week.
I got to catch up a little bit on it.
Are you?
I think I'm like 2
Did you watch
episodes
last
behind.
week's?
No, I think I'm like 2 episodes behind.
Okay.
But
So pretty good. Not no surprise. It's an AMC show.
it's cool stuff. Yeah. Moving on.
This is super interesting.
Really
and
cool
honestly,
news.
like, okay, go ahead.
Tom Felton is joining the Flash season 2.
Tom
Better
Felton.
known as Draco Malfoy, of course.
Yes.
Do we know what he's playing at all, or
So,
even somewhat know what he's playing?
They said Felton is set to play Julian Dorn, who TV Line describes as a fellow CSI at Central City Police Department who suspects there's no more to Barry Allen than just his good guy reputation. So,
Who suspects there's more to him?
oh yeah, what did I say?
You said no more. No more to him.
Oh.
No, I was just confused.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think it's bullshit. I think it's a real cover up, to be honest.
You think he's the villain?
Yeah,
Some people are saying he's going to play Godspeed.
I heard that. That's bullshit.
I know,
He's not
that would be
Godspeed.
awesome.
Because like they said that the villain for Flash season 3 was not a speedster, and if it's anyone, it's going to be someone from within CSI, and something's going to happen to him. And
Well, dude, we
because
still-
like when they casted Teddy Sears as Jay Garrick, like
I'm not going to lie, I didn't see him coming as Zoom at all.
no, I didn't in the beginning. Yeah, fuck no.
And he played that. Yeah, he played the Jay Garrick role.
No,
so
like
well,
as we
too.
got to the end, I was like, it's
oh,
totally
okay,
Jay
yeah.
Garrick. Like I was calling it from a mile away, but like
Or Hunter Zolomon, really.
yeah,
But-
but like when we you know in the beginning, no,
We had no
but
idea.
I think I think he's gonna play the villain, to be honest.
And he should, because he would fucking be awesome.
Yeah, like we've seen him as Draco Malfoy, which is kind of funny because like I don't think he's been in any significant roles since then. None of them.
He probably has been in some movies, but nothing.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Like I know Daniel Radcliffe's in like Now You See Me Too.
Yeah.
And like he hasn't done too many major things that like he was super notable for. Emma Watson, on the other hand,
has done a few.
Is probably the only actress to come out of that movie who was a nobody before it, who's been in a lot of stuff. Like she's gonna be Belle in Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I'm super interested. Like it's great to see
super psyched.
an
It's
actor
gonna be so
of his
cool.
caliber like come to the Flash.
Very out of left field, in my opinion, in a good way, obviously. I just never saw that coming, honestly.
Yeah, and we got another casting announcement for Arrow. Stardust is going to guest on an episode of Season 5 in The Flash. So, if you guys know anything about Stardust and Stephen Amell's, like,
they're like little Twitter, like Facebook feud, but like playful feud.
Yeah, so like Stephen Amell was on SummerSlam last year, and that's kind of, they had this like rivalry going, and he actually isn't Stardust anymore.
Oh, he isn't?
He left the WWE apparently.
Oh, wow.
And like now his name's Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
And like he goes by his real name now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they confirmed that like he'll be coming on episode 3, I think it is. And I think he's going to be like our villain of the week, or he's going to play like a different type of role.
Yeah, just like a little one-off role. Like he comes in for an episode as like maybe a friend or even just a villain.
Yeah. Somebody, I was watching Emergency Austin's video, and he's like, what if he was like a heckler while he was like mayor, and then he did something like really bad that like the Arrow went after him, and they kind of like crossed paths like on both fronts. So I was like, that'd be cool.
That would be cool. That would be really cool.
Yeah, but that's interesting. That's the first. Who did we?
No, we talked about the one dude.
There were a bunch of people like Wild Dog, Chad Coleman. Yeah, a bunch of casting announcements. They should get filming soon.
Definitely within the next month or two, honestly.
Yeah.
Because then it starts in October. I need to get on that shit, man. Flashpoint. Where's that Fallout going, Gooch? We don't know. There was another video or another thing I saw online today about Stephen Amell talking about Flashpoint and saying it will affect.
Of course.
Arrow.
But, like, Grant Gustin tweeted about it, and he was like, I've seen and read Flashpoint. Like, we're doing our own thing. I'm like, well, yeah, but...
You still...
Thank God. I don't want them to, like, alter the entire
definitely.
universe here, but...
I think there definitely should be repercussions felt throughout the whole entire universe, because that would just take another step in making it feel more interconnected, just in a good way.
Oh, yeah.
But that about...
I guess it just kind of scares me to think about, like...
So that,
when Barry went back to Earth, when Barry
went back to Earth,
when Barry went back to the Pied Piper episode, that bothered me because I'm like, he's changing things. I was like, no, don't.
Barry, no.
I was like,
and now he did the ultimate no. Like,
I was like, no, don't change the Earth, no,
don't.
I don't know. I just like didn't. I wasn't like hating it, but I was like, come on, what the fuck are you doing? I don't know. It's like a weird...
I thought it was a cool little mechanic to do, honestly.
I was too, and I was like, what are they doing? I was like, what's this going to change? And then, like, he was there, and then he left, and then they never saw him again. I was like, okay.
Well, now he's not even the Flash anymore, because he fucking saved his mom.
No, I'm talking about Pied Piper. Like, he was good. Like,
yeah. No, I know.
Well, what do you mean he's not the Flash?
No, Barry's not going to be the Flash anymore after this.
Why do you say that?
Because the Flashpoint. For at least an episode, anyways.
Yeah, well, I'll be back.
Obviously. The show's called The Fucking Flash. I'm just saying. For like a minute, he might not be the Flash for a while.
Joe West is the Flash.
And that about wraps us for the day. You can always find us on Facebook at Everything Entertainment with Gooch and Trio. Please check out our Game of Thrones reaction video. Or audio, I guess I should say. We posted last week, giving our thoughts on Season 6 as a whole. Also, we just scored Comic-Con tickets, New York City.
Oh my god, I totally forgot to even mention
We cannot wait. We'll be there.
October 6th.
October 6th and 9th. Should be fun.
Dude, hype. Fucking hype.
I've been Trio.
I've been Gooch. Thank you for listening, guys, and we'll talk to you later.